Oh yeah, oh yeah. Would you believe me if I told you?
Alright, what's up my dudes? I'm Kaleb Jones. I'm back at it again with another video. Today's video is basically I'm just going to be talking about like a little bit of ins and outs on how to get sponsored, because a lot of kids have been asking me a question a while, so I figured I filmed like a second video on pretty much how I got sponsored and what you should do that may help you get sponsored. So hopefully you like this video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and like. My bad. Alright, so I've been getting hit up on Instagram a lot by a lot of kids that follow me on Instagram asking me like what do they need to do to get sponsored and what should they do to be sponsored and all that stuff. So if you follow me on my YouTube channel or you subscribe to my channel, you see I posted a video probably like 4 or 5 months ago kind of giving y'all tips on how to get sponsored. If you didn't see that, maybe you should check that out. But this is kind of like another video like that, but somewhat similar. So let's get to it. Alright, so pretty much the way I got sponsored was, alright, I don't know if y'all remember this, but you remember S Shoes? They used to have like this game called S Game and Skate, and it would come through like your town or your city, and they'd just do like a big game of skate. It'd be like, what? I think it was like 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was like 10 hours, something like that. I don't remember how long it was. It was somewhere between that, but it was like a long time. You had to play like a bunch of people in skate, like a lot of people, to try to make it to the finals. Well, I don't know how. I can't even tell you how, but somehow I made it to the finals and I won. That's all I remember. Like I won, and it was like a dream come true. Like when I won, I was still in shock that I won. I was like, wow, like I really just won the S Game and Skate. So I won that for North Carolina when I lived in North Carolina. The contest actually is in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I won that, and then they flew me to California, and I was in California for like 2 weeks. And I met this guy named Mark Waters, and he was like he wasn't the S team manager, but he was like the main person over at S that was doing like a lot of like hooking people up. And I just talked with him, and I showed him a little bit of footage I had. And for some reason, like I was hanging out with him, I got to meet Justin Eldridge, Killen James, and I was just being myself, and I was just making everybody laugh. And somehow, like I just hit Marco with an email when I got back to North Carolina, and I was like, hey, you think you can help me out? Like send me some shoes, and he was like, yeah. I'd be happy to send you some shoes. And I was like, cool, that's cool, like appreciate it, thanks. I was thinking in my mind he was gonna send me like a pair or two. No, my first box I ever got from S Shoes was like 9 pair of shoes and like 10 shirts, a bunch of hats, jeans. I was like, oh my god, like what the, this is crazy. Like he hooked me up. Like it was so crazy how much he hooked me up. Like I was so hyped, it was insane. But the bad thing about that is like Mark actually, he was at S for like a little bit, and he kept hooking me up, and then he left from S, and I forgot he started working at. So that was kind of like my plug on S Shoes. So I was kind of like hurt at the time, because I was like, dang, like who am I going to hit up? And there's this guy named Bucky that he told me to hit up, and then Bucky started sending me S Shoes, but Bucky wasn't hooking it up much as Mark was. But then I got an opportunity at that time to get on Circa shoes, and I was getting like rep for Circa, and I was like, should I stay with S and see what happens, or should I just go with Circa and see what happens? And I knew the guy at Circa pretty well, so I was like, you know, something just telling me to go with Circa. So I went with Circa, and I was on Circa probably for like a 1.5 years to 2 years, and they was hooking it up fast. I'm talking about like they was sending shoes left and right like this, like super quick, and I was like, dang, that's what's up. And then I went to Tampa Am. My first year, it was like the year after I dislocated my ankle, so I didn't get to skate for like a whole year. And then when I started skating again, like it hurt so bad to skate, like I could barely ollie and kickflip. But I was like, you know, I'm still gonna go to Tampa Am. I'm gonna show my face there. I'm gonna network and see what happens. So I went to Tampa Am. I was there. I met this guy named Ryan Langhorn. Me and him was talking back and forth through like just emails and stuff like that. So I met him. He was the East Coast sales rep for DVS Footwear, and he was like, hey, look, man, like I'll be hyped to hook you with DVS. Like I think this is like a good look for you. And I was like, all right, cool. Like let's do something. And the craziest thing was is like after I talked to him about that, and he started hooking me up with DVS, and then I met this guy named Gabe Clemens, which was the DVS team manager at the time. I met him through Ryan, which I was hanging out, we was having a beer at the bar, was all having a good time, and then Gabe just started hooking me up pretty fast. As soon as I got back from North Carolina, I got an email from the Circa rep that said he was quitting, that he was going somewhere else, and I was like, holy crap, like this is such a blessing. Like Ryan hooked me up right in time before he quit Circa as the East Coast rep, because Circa wasn't doing that good. And then everything just fell into place from there. And then Ryan started hooking me up with DVS. I was on DVS. I've been on DVS for a long time. I think I was on DVS for like almost 3 years or 2.5 years. And then my friend, this is so crazy. My friend Ryan that works at DVS, he's been at DVS for a long time. And then like they had like budget cuts and they was letting people go because they wasn't making the money like Nike since Nike and Adidas came in. So Ryan left from DVS. He went over to Huff and he was like, "Hey, you want to come along and I'm gonna take care of you with Huff?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, why not?" So ever since I've been on Huff, and he's just been hooking me up fat with Huff boxes like all the time. And shout out to you, Ryan Langhorn. I appreciate it, brother. You always look out for me and support me 100%. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So that's pretty much like how I went from nothing to something. Like I just went to that S contest in Raleigh. I didn't really think that I was gonna win. I was just there skating, having fun, and somehow I came out on top. But what I'm trying to tell you is like the best way to get sponsored nowadays is, since everybody's so good, is you can get sponsored by your local shop, and your local shop can start hooking you up, and then they can take your footage and they can give it to like a rep, and then a rep can start hooking you up with rep flow. But the thing about it is now is everybody's so good, it's so hard to get sponsored. So you got to kind of bring something different to the table. The best way to do it is just stay updated with your social media and your Instagram. Stay posting clips on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, Facebook's really not that important anymore. It's all about Instagram. So scratch Facebook. Just focus on your Instagram. Just post clips on Instagram. You know, just post as many clips as you can. Just keep skating, having fun, but just try to be positive and try to do something positive. You know, if you can, surround yourself around people that's better than you. If you're in California, of course, you have it made because the skateboard industry in California, so you get to hang out with plenty of people that's good. So that's definitely open more doors and opportunities for you. But like the main thing is to just be up to date on your social media. Post every day if you can. Tag sponsors in your clips. Like, you know, because these people don't know who you are. These companies do not know who you are. These companies didn't know who I was. Like, I didn't just get sponsored off just like a wing and prayer. Like, I put in the work to get to that point. And sometimes you gotta just market yourself. Like, there's no point in just. I mean, of course, everybody should skate and have fun and just skate. But at the same time, like, if you enjoy skating and you really want to go somewhere skating, like, you know, you should pursue that. So what you should do is just keep skating, having fun. Like I said, stay positive. But don't sit back and wait for somebody to find you. There's a lot of good skateboarders that just sit back, they know they're good and like, oh, I'm good, I know I'm good, somebody will find me. It don't work like that. There's millions and millions of people trying to get sponsored every day. There's kids just coming up like so quick, that's so good at skateboarding and stuff like that. And it's like, don't sit back and let your chance just go down the drain. Like, you know, stand up for yourself, market yourself, you know, market through social media. Hit these companies up with a direct message. Ask them for their email if you can. You know, and like, hey, can I send you some footage? Don't hit them up with a direct message to send them footage when you know that your skateboard skills is not at that level yet. You got to be at a certain level of skateboarding to get sponsored. I get a lot of kids ask me all the time, like, hey, you think you can sponsor me? Or hey, you think you can hook me up? And they're still just learning, and they're still learning the basic tricks. And there's no point in me like, oh, well, I mean, I could try, you know. That's really all you can do is try. But at the end of the day, if you send footage of somebody olling off a 3-stair or somebody doing a kickflip off a curve, like, sponsors is not going to hook you up with that. It's not going to happen. You have to be at a certain level of skateboarding nowadays to get sponsored. But, you know, don't get discouraged and get your feelings hurt and be all upset because you're not at that level. Just keep skating and just keep progressing and getting better. The main focus is just focus on getting better and being up to date on your social media. That's all you got to do. I promise you do those two things and just keep skating and having fun. Reach out to the company when you feel like you're at that certain level of skateboarding, and then something will happen. And if you want another chance to try to get hooked up, start your YouTube channel. Start posting videos on YouTube, doing all kinds of sorts of things, and just be positive with that, because you can be good at skateboarding, but if you're doing stuff with YouTube and social media and these companies see that you're doing something positive and you're doing stuff for your skate community, they don't like that, because therefore they can send you stuff, they know you're going to promote it, they know that's going to put money in their pocket in the long run, so therefore they're going to hook you up. That's an easy way to get hooked up if you don't want to jump off 20 and 30 stairs. But that's the only thing I'm trying to say to you is, like, don't get discouraged, you know, because you're not at that level yet to get sponsored skateboarding. Just focus on getting better, focus on being up to date with your social media, and just stay positive and just do the right thing. And I promise you, everything will fall into place. That's all I can tell you. Like, it happened for me, it happened for anybody. And I live in Hickory, North Carolina, which is the smallest town in the world. It's not the smallest town in the world, but to me it's like the smallest town in the world. They have nothing. So I came from that and turned that into something, and I mean, I'm here sitting today talking to y'all about how I got sponsored, and it's such a blessing. Being sponsored is an amazing feeling, especially when you got good sponsors that take care of you and hook you up and support you 100%. It's the best feeling in the world. But that's the only advice I got for y'all right now about getting sponsored. Just go out there, just keep skating, stacking that footage, just do the right thing. That's all you gotta do, and never be cocky. So hopefully you like this video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and like. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kaleb23. Until next time, adios.